The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew. Sports.
And sports is brought to you by the Marquee Network. Stream Cubs baseball at watchmarquee.com. And another rough day for the Cubs as they now lost 3 of 4 from the Brewers after dropping 6-4 yesterday afternoon. They started a series back at Wrigley. Good time to come home and start a series against the Reds this afternoon. Beautiful day for baseball. Let's go.
I don't want to alarm any Cubs fans.
Oh.
They have the same record as the White Sox in the month of May.
Oh, my God.
I'm sorry.
May showers, baby. We're crying.
Bring June flowers.
Hopefully, because we are crying.
Jeez.
I don't want to be the one to say that, but I saw that stat this morning, and I felt like it was worth noting.
The White Sox went on an 8 out of 10 game winning streak.
All we do is win.
But the last week has not been that.
Well, I think we've lost 8 straight now. So, back to where we started.
Neck and neck, if you will.
Yikes.
What's going to come out on top? We don't know.
The White Sox start a series with the Brewers tonight up there, so maybe they can do some damage for the Cubs. It'd be nice.
I'd love to help you guys out. It'd be great. I want October baseball at Wrigley Field this year. The White Sox are going to have to play their part, beat the Brewers, help the Cubs in the Central. I don't know if they can or not, though.
I would be so happy.
So
Go Sox.
officially announced yesterday, we actually broke this news first over anybody else, that the Bears will be on HBO's Hard Knocks, which, Kenzie, have you ever seen Hard Knocks? I'm just curious if you ever watched that show.
No.
So what it is they follow a team around from training camp all the way to the beginning of the season. You go through new players coming in, rookies, the coaches, behind the scenes. You get so
Why is
much
it called that?
Hard Knocks, the school of hard knocks, because people get cut. I mean, you see players that have dreams of making the NFL. And
I was like, why does it sound familiar? Fort Knox. I'm aware of what that is.
Okay.
Well, that's
I'm
entirely
like,
different.
this rings a bell.
I did not.
Obviously not the same thing.
I did not think that's where we were going with this.
Sorry.
No.
I was like, how have I heard of this? Sorry.
Not Fort Knox, Hard Knocks. Great show. I lived for this show when it first came out, of watching all these seasons, because you get so much behind-the-scenes stuff on a team. And the Bears, this is the best year ever for the Bears to do it, because we get to see, obviously, #1 overall pick, new quarterback. We get to see inside for the first time, really behind-the-scenes stuff they can't hide. New coach, new GM, and the Bears organization, which always seems clouded in mystery of how it works and how they fail and how they
Are
succeed.
we going to find out why Hallis Hall got raided by the FBI because of this show?
They'll probably remove that, because the NFL does own Hard Knocks. I don't think they want that information out there. We still don't know.
Hard Knocks life, huh?
Maybe the Fort Knox series will have that one. But this has been going on for 20 years. Has the best narrator, Liev Schreiber.
He's awesome.
Oh, his voice. I didn't have it ready to go here, but it's so good. And just
He's got a good voice. Is it deep?
It's awesome. He's the voice of NFL films, and football is great on its own, but man, when his voice is behind football, it's Americana.
Is that all he does? He's just a football voice guy?
No, he's actually an actor that you've seen in probably some movies, but you would never guess that he does.
Lee Schreiber?
Liev, so it's a weird name.
Liev.
It's Liev, and then it's Schreiber.
Schreiber.
S-A. I swear you put Liev and it's going to finish for you on Google. There's no other Leaves out there.
Well, Kenzie's search history today is Vince Neil's ex-wife, UFC Octagon Girls, and now Liev Schreiber. What a day.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen him.
Yeah, you've seen. Good-looking guy.
On this football team.
Here's a trailer for last year.
Watch out.
The music's so good, too. I hope Liev is in this.
Results you want. It doesn't happen on game day. It happens today with every breath you take.
So far, just the New York Jets.
Okay.
That couldn't have been better. That was awesome.
Terrible. Let me see. Here's what he sounds like. I can't believe that.
Greenberg got me into.
That's him just talking on a show. It doesn't sound like.
This is fantastic.
This is a cluster F. God.
Brian found the one bit of Hard Knocks without his voice in it.
How come I can't find one thing with him?
Oh, that's
He was
fantastic.
in Mixed Nuts. I didn't know
Keep
that.
going with this history,
That made
Kenzie.
my day.
He was in Mixed Nuts. He was in nothing else that A Small Light. I don't know. Defiance. The Omen.
The place
that
the
was scary.
Cowboys call home.
Pick a Cowboys one. I can't
Where'd he
find.
go? He was just talking a second ago.
Is someone punking me?
I don't think he actually does this job, Brian. I think you're
go
lying.
Texas.
Okay, here's the just beginning
Okay.
a little bit.
Frisco, Texas.
I mean,
The place the Cowboys call home.
And that's all we got in that audio. 'Cause I'm so embarrassed.
Too calming for
I'm
football.
very mad at myself.
Kenzie, you'll never believe this, but in Hard Knocks, he talks like the entire show. That's like he's all
I don't
over it.
believe he doesn't. I think you're both lying to me. You've done this to me before.
So there's a show called Fort Knox.
Bunch of liars.
Anyway, the Bears will be on Hard Knocks.
He was in a Hitler movie. The Rise of Evil.
Did he play Hitler?
I don't know. Let's look. You want me to find out?
I'd like to know.
Kenzie's.
Hitler, Rise of Evil cast.
I don't think he played Hitler.
No, he played. Oh, Ernst Tafel Sniffelgloof.
What was that name again?
Ernst Tafel Sniffelgloof. I don't know. Adolf was Robert Carlyle. Leave was Ernst Tafel Sniffelgloof.
All right, you know what? I'll be
Pull up
better.
an audio of him in that movie.
No.
wanna
We're not
hear
doing that. So with the Bears on Hard Knocks, I'm excited about it, but a lot of people aren't because 19 teams that have appeared on Hard Knocks, only 7 have made the playoffs, kind of like a Madden curse situation. And the Jets were on last season, and Aaron Rodgers tore his Achilles, which is, so there you go. We have
So
a new.
every season of Hard Knocks is just one team. They focus on one team.
Focus on one team through training camp through the first game of the season, and you
and
see all
it's
the players.
happening to the Bears right now.
Yes, it will start in training
right.
camp.
But so there's never been a Bears one before.
Never been a Bears one before.
Huh.
Yeah. They've never wanted to do it. You can reject it, and they've never wanted to, probably for a lot of good reasons. But now with Caleb Williams and, of course, most talked about draft picks, offense could be the first pivotal turnaround year of the Bears, and it's going to be all on TV. But
Well,
it could
now not because we have the Hard Knocks thing.
the curse, yeah.
Oh boy, we don't need any more curses.
No, we don't. This town's got enough.
I feel like we have enough curses.
Back to the White Sox. Frank Thomas said if he was managing the White Sox right now, quote, it'd be a torn-up clubhouse almost every night.
What does that mean?
I mean, he'd break everything because of how bad they're playing.
Oh, that's fair. I kind of wish somebody on the White Sox would do that.
Yeah.
They would care that much.
Yeah, they all seem really comfortable with
Well, they
being
have plans
bad.
after the game. Good friends.
They all say, like, well, we're going to try harder next time. But this just gives us an excuse to play the Frank Thomas Nugenics commercial. You know, the one where he's in the airport and the girl's with her husband coming in and sees him and then just forgets she has a husband.
Hey, isn't that Frank Thomas?
Yeah, the big hurt.
Wowza.
She goes, what would you do? What would your husband do if you saw a guy and went, wowza?
I think he'd punch me in the face. I don't think I'm gonna go now. I don't think you're just supposed to be okay.
He'd fly into next week.
Frank Thomas?
So he runs up to Frank Thomas.
Hi there.
Well, you look like you could still be playing. I know.
Yikes.
Their home life must be awful if she's that excited.
Well, I don't know why he's just standing there.
I just love that how another girl just randomly comes up to compliment Frank Thomas, too, in this commercial.
Look like you could still be playing.
This girl right here.
I know, right?
Well, I'm feeling a lot stronger and leaner with a lot more energy and drive. So, what's your secret?
The guy tried to jump in there somewhere.
He's desperate to know.
This is my
Well,
wife.
he's holding his wife's purse.
Jenny's Total Tea.
I wish my husband used it.
He can. It's easy.
She says, I wish my husband used it in front of her
Just
husband.
emasculating him.
Well, while she's thirsty for Frank Thomas right there in O'Hare Airport.
That's pretty messed up.
Yeah.
I mean, what if Megan did that? What would you do?
I'd punch Frank Thomas right in the throat. And then he'd kill me. Here we go. Keeps going with Frank Thomas talking about eugenics. Then he's like, I got these ladies interested.
If you're a guy over 40, text 2 now for your complimentary bottle of
I don't want that
Eugenics
code out
Total
there.
Tea. From the brand that brought you GNC.
I mean, it might work really well. Maybe you need it, too.
Maybe you need to be on Nugenics.
Maybe it's an awesome product. I'd like them people to use it.
#1 vitality product.
best part's
New
coming up, though.
Eugenics Total Tea is our most powerful man-boosting formula ever.
Man-boosting formula.
Because it boosts your free testosterone and your total testosterone to help you feel stronger, leaner, with more energy. And
Gotta admit, Frank Thomas still looks amazing.
Oh, he could kick your ass.
He looks incredible.
And sleep with Megan.
Here, try a bottle.
He gives the husband the bottle, see?
And trust me, she'll like it too.
The way Frank Thomas does a head nod to his wife, and he winks, he goes, she'll
Well,
love it too.
he's obviously about to rail her. He's like, good luck after I'm
feel
done.
stronger,
Oh, you gotta hear
leaner,
this
with more
again.
energy and drive.
Oh, man.
Here, try a bottle. And trust me, she'll like it too.
Gosh, I don't think she's a very good person.
Hey, Frank's just being Frank. He didn't choose that
Frank's
situation.
just being Frank.
Yeah, come on, the big hurt, baby.
Yeah.
See what hurts, they never said.
That's right.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
You can't defeat her. She's too powerful.
Clash with Kenzie.
Let the battle begin.
Q101.
All right, let's get into it. Let's go. Brett from Indiana checking in to compete against Kenzie for the AJR tickets at the All-State Arena. Brett, ahoy. Tell us something about yourself. Hey, what's up, bud?
I'm outstandingly average.
Outstandingly average.
Yeah.
Nothing you want to give us about yourself?
Thoroughly uninteresting.
Oh. He's a normal guy. He's the guy next door.
He's an average Joe, a Joe the plumber type.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's boots on the ground. Stop making fun of him, Brian.
And I think he really wants to play trivia.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is good. Good to small talk. Then I'm a small talk guy.
Exactly. He's not a small talk guy. He's a winner.
Yeah. Yeah, he's no, maybe not. All right, first one to 5 wins. Listen carefully. If Kenzie gets one wrong, he can steal a point. She can do the same to you. Call heads or tails right now.
Tails.
It's heads.
Ah.
Guess I was right on that one.
Tough start.
All right, here we go. Kenzie, question number 1. O.J. Simpson played what position during his NFL career?
The running back?
Running back. Running back
Ran
is
away
right.
from a lot of things, huh?
Good job.
I like him.
Very courteous. Brett, what name did Weird Al Yankovic give to his version of Gangsta's Paradise?
Oh.
Yes. 3, 2.
Amish Paradise.
He got it. Right before the buzzer.
Can I tell you one quick Weird Al thing? He has a movie, right?
Yeah.
And I was very excited to watch it. And then about halfway through, I went, I don't think this is like a biography, like a biopic, because it said he started dating Madonna, and I'm like, I don't think he did. And then he sold out Madison Square Garden, and I'm like, I don't remember that. And all these things kept happening, and then I looked it up, and the movie is also just a joke, like all of his songs.
Yes.
And I was so excited to learn all of this stuff about him, and I was like really upset.
Yeah. Well, that's too bad.
It really sucked.
No, there is an MTV Behind the Music on him for an hour. You can catch up on what he
I've
is.
for that twice.
No, it's called Behind the Music. It's fine. You'll be good. Let's see here. So
Back to Kenzie.
Kenzie, what 2 NBA teams have reached the NBA Finals?
Oh, you were so mad when somebody won last week. They knocked out the.
Were you?
I don't know
They
if
knocked out somebody, one of the P's. Pistons, Pacers? Somebody got knocked out last week. Which one got knocked out?
Okay, so who's in the finals?
Which one got knocked out last week?
Well, who's in the finals? 3.
I'm going to say
2.
the Texans and I'm kidding. I'm sorry, Houston. Sorry. And I just naturally say Texas.
Yeah.
Okay, Houston.
The buzzer went. It's too
No.
late. You're done. You're
I'm
done.
still going. Shh, let me finish. And the Magic.
No.
Aren't the Magic having a good year? Who were you excited? Is it Oklahoma?
No.
You were excited about them too, weren't you?
Brett, you still there? Who is in the NBA Finals?
I have absolutely zero idea.
Wow.
The Thunder?
Now it will be the Celtics are in because they beat the Pacers.
I knew somebody beat the Pacers.
Pace being from Indiana had some little loyalty to the Pacers. And the Mavericks just won last night to advance to the NBA Finals, Dallas Mavericks.
Oh, Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah, so you're kind of right on your Texas thread.
I was like, something in Texas.
Yeah. There you
Something
go.
in Texas, and the Peas got beat. That's all I knew.
Wow. Well, you were, I guess, right in a way.
I was close.
You were brainstorming on the right path. You were not right.
Mm-hmm. I was more right than him.
That's right.
All right. Is it back to Brett?
It is 1-1 back to Brett.
In what time zone is Washington State located in, Brett?
Pacific.
Pacific is right. Brett's got 2. Kenzie, which farm animal was the first ever mammal to be cloned?
Like a sheep.
It was not just like a sheep. It was a sheep.
I was like, it was
What
a
was
goat
it?
sheep. I knew something adjacent.
Dolly.
Dolly the sheep.
Aww.
Yep.
They call them double D's once they cloned her.
Yeah, cloned it. Brett, SpongeBob SquarePants lives in a house shaped like what?
Pineapple.
Pineapple's right. 3-2. Kenzie, which movie was Pixar's first feature film?
Oh, Toy Story.
Toy Story's right. And 1995 now for Toy Story. Holy crap.
We're all going to die one day, but
So
at least
I
we
think-
had Toy Story.
That's right. Back to Brett.
That 3-3.
What unit of weight is equal to approximately 0.002 pounds, Brett? What unit of weight?
Gram.
A gram is right. Brett's got 4. Kenzie, the dish pad thai originates from what Asian country?
Thailand.
Better be. But it's a wrong name.
It better be.
I mean,
or else.
He just punches me in the face. Like, what'd I do?
if you're going to call it pad thai,
I said Thailand.
It better not be from Korea if it's pad thai. That's all I'm saying.
Well, it could have been a trick question.
So let's see. Next one wins?
That's right. It's 4-4, and it's back to Brett. He can win AJR tickets with the correct answer.
Brett, what superheroes' enemies include the Joker, the Penguin, and the Riddler?
Batman.
Batman's right. Batman.
Thank you.
So, Brett, you are going to see AJR at the Allstate Arena.
All right.
Not so average today, huh? Look at you.
No, Dave's stellar.
All right, love it.
Clash with Kenzie. The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Well, there you go. Next week, I have stellar more prizes for you during Clash with Kenzie every morning at 7:10. Get on the phones for it. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Time for some local news going on, some hit-up stories before we get to Case's Dazed and Confused movie review. Last night, comedian Matt Rife, or yesterday during the day, I should say, abruptly postponed 8 sold-out shows at the Chicago Theater, and he had canceled a show in Indiana. Was it in Indianapolis, Case, that show?
I believe so.
I mean, I just can't imagine
It's either Indianapolis or the region. There's no other comedy in Indiana for the most part. I mean, there's a small club in Bloomington, but now I'm getting into the weeds here.
There's no other comedy in the state except for the region.
No one laughs.
And then Indianapolis.
Indiana doesn't really do comedy. We do farming.
Oh, that's nice.
I don't know. You were rich in Indiana.
Whoa.
You were.
I don't think that's true.
Just
Let's not get sidetracked on Case's childhood.
okay.
Let's focus on Matt Rife.
He looks down on the rest.
I owe you one.
So he had a medical situation, extreme exhaustion. Now, this is a guy, if you're not even familiar with his name.
Vibes, bro. Same. We didn't call in for that.
No, you can't.
Good to know. When are you guys going to text him one day from extreme exhaustion?
Extreme exhaustion symptoms.
I'll also come in December.
Well, you have to get a doctor to advise you to halt performing. That's what he did. So can you do that?
I'm all over it.
You have a doc that can do that? Write you a note?
Absolutely.
Oh, she's got some quack doctor that will get her anything.
Of course. Do you guys honestly don't think I have a doctor? Doctor, give me a note. I gotta take some time off work this week.
That wasn't bad, actually. That was pretty good. I pictured Dr. Nick from The Simpsons. The guy's got... Hello, Kenzie. I will give you a note for extreme exhaustion.
That's a good Dr. Nick.
I know Dr. Nick. It was amazing to us, by the way, in this first happened last year, that he sold out these shows a year in advance. The Chicago Theater 8 times. That is about the size of the United Center, if not more, as the amount of people that are going to be in there for a guy that was relatively unknown about 2 years ago. And then blew up on TikTok doing comedy and showing his crowd work, if you will. People loved it, and he blew up super fast. Did all these shows, sold out all these theaters all over the country, is milking it for sure, for rightfully so. If you can sell out 8 times, do it, because you never know, you'll be able to do that again.
It could stop.
It certainly probably will. And his fame has actually started to wane because of some controversial and bad stuff.
Well, because the special wasn't that good.
Yeah, you saw the special, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't good. It was. Unfortunately, I didn't come in as a hater. I was just like, oh. And then when my mom was in town, when I had the baby, because she was helping me, she would take like one night shift so I could sleep a little bit. And I put it on for her because I'm like, maybe it's just me. And she goes, I also turned it off.
Yeah.
So it wasn't hitting well.
Yeah.
It's not good.
He was in Piece of Garbage Madness and actually went pretty far in our voting of people and things that are in Piece of Garbage.
There. I really fought for him because I think he's a loser and I think he belonged on that Piece of Garbage Madness list.
I don't think he's a loser. I just think he's not as funny as we thought he was going to be.
I do because he got so, well, it was the idea of, he got offended at people getting offended, and now he's just become this deeply unlikable, smug person who I really don't think has accomplished much. I think he had a blip on the radar. He sold a lot of tickets because he announced a tour at the right time. And my theory on this, as he canceled shows in Chicago for this week, as Brian just said, is that a lot of people bought tickets to these shows. These are bigger venues. and I think people simply aren't going to these shows. I think his popularity has drastically changed in the last year. People can't get rid of their tickets. Now they're just not going.
Really?
Okay,
You think that really?
I don't think that.
That's what I think.
I don't think that. I think he's probably more worried about getting harassed while he's there.
I
But
think he'll be okay.
Who would buy? I don't think. I think you're right. I don't think the tickets are going to resell well. But why wouldn't he just go in case he was funny? Like, you already bought the ticket.
Well, there's things I don't go to that I have tickets for.
Really? That you bought?
Yeah, every once in a while. Yeah,
Because you
I'll-
changed your mind about the person?
No, or just I'll be too tired to go or whatever. I don't want to go.
He's
but
like, well, now that I know about R. Kelly, I
I had these
refuse.
Kanye tickets.
I refuse.
Can you imagine trying to get rid of R. Kelly tickets once that news came
That's
out?
tough. That's a tough resale market.
For the
You're like,
record,
I bought an extra because I wanted to flip some. I had a code.
for the record, Matt Rife might just be tired. Okay, he has been working his ass off every day, and he rescheduled the shows for December 23rd to the 30th. So if you have tickets, all those shows will be
Right
honored. 'Cause I'm
before
sure
Christmas.
Yeah, wait, is he playing on Christmas?
December 26th to the 30th, so after Christmas.
Oh, 26th. I thought you said 23rd.
Yeah.
Me too.
Did I say 23rd?
I feel like you did because both Case and I were like on Christmas.
That's what we were like. I remember doing just that.
I grabbed my pearls.
Do your Rudolph impersonation if it's on Christmas.
She's cute. She's cute. She thinks I'm cute. They think I'm funny.
So the shows will be happening December 26th to the 30th. And I was just more, when I saw, like, he blew up because of his crowd work. And, like, my friend Steve Byrne, the comedian that comes here every year, I think he does some of the best crowd work I've ever seen. And so I was shocked when I saw his crowd work. And just, he's funny. A lot of people love him. I'm not going to deny, if you want to go to the show, go and enjoy it and have a blast. And they'll be rescheduled and you go see him then. Okay, so let's move on. A local man who he got really pissed off at women shaming him on social media, and he filed a lawsuit against dozens of women who badmouthed him on a tell-all local Chicago Facebook dating page. He was sentenced Wednesday to a year in federal prison for tax fraud, as the judge said, patently outrageous. Tax fraud counts alleging he vastly underreported income he made distributing, quote, sweepstakes gaming machines for a company with ties to Chicago mob figures. Yikes.
Wow.
It's ballsy to gain a large online presence when you know you got that going on.
Really?
You think you're like, I'm at a lay low point in my life.
Yikes.
He's like, I want to be a YouTube star. Like, why would you do that?
Yeah. He's going for a year, so it's done. He's going to jail for a year for this whole situation. But yeah, he probably should have kept things on the down low and not cared if women called him bad things on this dating site. They basically said things like once they met him, it was a complete different situation. I can't remember the name of that website, damn it. Or the Facebook group, I'm sorry.
It was like, are we dating the same guy?
Yes, that was it.
Which a lot of women use for safety to make sure they're not dating people that are tied to the mafia, let's say.
Well, or have a husband
Or
or a wife, yeah.
I think
But also he has ties to the mafia.
I'm a lot more concerned about cheating than I am mafia ties. Like, God, another one?
So you and I differ.
It just keeps happening.
God, Kenzie, how do you attract so many good fellas?
I don't know.
It's unbelievable.
And ironically, none are good guys. You know what I'm saying? All the good fellas don't good guys.
Oh, yeah. So he's going to jail, so all those ladies can
So he's going to jail.
take a breath of relief.
Anywho.
Let's end with a nice story, a good story. A Winnetka-based company has won the bid to purchase Overweiss Dairy after the bankruptcy proceedings, so they're not going out of business.
Yay.
So Overweiss will be around for a long time. My wife loves their cookies and cream.
They're going to keep churning.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Let's go.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.